Hello
Hey,
everyone. It's Madi
Madison
with
Professional Art.
That's right. And you may ask, what is all of this mess on our desk?
Yeah.
We have been having a blast creating altered tickets.
Yeah.
And today what we wanted to do is actually
Show
show you guys not only how to create the base for the tickets, but also what embellishments you can use, and ultimately what do you use them for, right? Because they're lovely. As you can tell, this is some of our stash. Very, very creative, adorable. Sky's the limit as far as themes, colors, all that. But then what to use them for, right? But let's go ahead and get started first, and we'll come back to showing you those. As far as the tools are concerned, very, very basic tools is what you're going to be needing. The first thing that you need is some paper, and just about anything with a nice thickness is going to do, whether you want to use a cereal box or some cardstock, or maybe even some scraps of paper that you have laying around, right? And we all have so many different, not only scraps, but full pages, and even collections that you can go ahead and utilize for those. You can even use the poster board that you buy at the dollar store. I think they're like 2 for $1, because that's really nice and thick as well. Now, you will also need some adhesive. Now, the adhesive is going to depend on what you will be adhering to your tickets, right? So if it's just paper, regular white glue will do. If you can use a hot glue gun, maybe for some bigger elements, maybe some Fabri-Tac if you want to do fabric, or glossy accents for metal, or E6000. So the adhesive is going to depend on what elements you choose to adhere to it. You'll need some embellishments as well, of course. Flowers, bling, lace, jewels, washi, glitter, and then of course ultimately you want to edge the ticket, so you'll need either some distress inks, and again they could be like the actual official distressing inks, or you can use just some plain little ink pads, or you can even use a marker, right? A plain kitty marker or permanent marker, and go around the edges. So that's about all you're going to need to begin with. Now, to do the base, let's talk about that, right? Because you've got, let's say, your idea, and you have some elements that you might want to go ahead and utilize, and now you're wondering, okay, now what? Well, very simple. Many different ways to create it. You can obviously use a die, right? They sell various dies. This one happens to be from Tim Holtz, and it actually comes with not only the movie strip, but also the film strip, but also the tickets, right? So that's one way of doing it. Okay, now you're limited to size with that. You can also go ahead and use, a punch. This is just one. I'm sure there are many out there. This one actually punches. It's from EK Success, and it punches 3 different sizes at a time. And if you don't want this one, you don't have to do that one. You could usually just get away with doing the top 2, okay? But that's another one. Now, another neat way of doing it is using a scoreboard, because then you can bring your paper and score it on whatever size you want, right? If you don't have any of these tools, that is perfectly okay, because a plain ruler and pencil and a pair of scissors will do. So you will take your ruler, you will make your markings, right? Maybe an inch, and then go ahead and cut. And then to go ahead and do the corners, you'll just use either a hole punch. Let me get a hole punch here. You can use a regular hole punch, right? Or you can even use your scissors if you want to just go ahead and trim if you do not have one of these. So many different ways to go ahead and get that base done. Quite simple. Usually this is much faster than, obviously, in the scoreboard is faster than having to measure with the ruler, but I do like the scoreboard and the ruler, because you can make tickets of any size that you'd like. Sometimes some of us do swaps in various groups, and they do give you specific measurements, so obviously you adhere to that. But if they don't, the sky's the limit. You notice that these are pretty much the standard size, but then you can go as big as that, right? So, and anything in between as well. So that is how we will go ahead and create the base for these. I'm not going to do that today because I'm doing more or less giving you some ideas. Oh, I almost forgot. Another way of doing it is to actually just go to the dollar store or Walmart and buy the ticket rolls. And those are like, I don't even know, a whole mess, maybe 100, 500 tickets for like $1 at the dollar store. So you can also buy the strips of tickets. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the ones that we did to show you guys. These were made actually utilizing just plain white cardstock, okay? And the ruler and pencil, or maybe we use the scoreboard. Yes, the scoreboard, I'm sorry, method, which is the same pretty much as the ruler. And as you can see, they've been kept in a strip. Now, of course, they need to be pulled apart, or if you're gonna be doing an exchange, you can send them this way. But let's go ahead and go over these and what it actually takes to make these. And then we're gonna go ahead and show you some examples as to the purposes of how you can use these. So for these, let's go through them one by one. And believe it or not, there's a lot of stuff packed in these little guys. Hopefully I have enough light on here that you guys can see some of those details. But for example, this purple ticket, the first thing we did was we went ahead and sprayed the base utilizing homemade spray paints that Madison had made. And we used 2 or 3 different colors. You can kind of see it here at the end tail, the colors that we used. Then we went ahead and utilized some stickles on the side. We did a punch here at the back. That's a punch cut, and you see it on the back where we glued it. Of course, you can put a facing on that when you are done, or if you're just going to glue it down on a on a page or on something, an ATC card, you just leave it this way. But we used that punch. Then we went ahead and used some words. This one says, enjoy today, to dream a new dream, have hope, believe in yourself, and a new beginning. So some inspirational words on those. Then we went ahead and used a phone. And those phones, we actually went ahead and added glossy accents to. So I don't know if you can tell, but they're really nice and hard embellishments now. Of course, we use a ticket stamp in the back, which you can kind of see the number 2 there. And then what else did we do? Oh, we used this really beautiful vintage ribbon. And this is old. It's from Switzerland. And it's a beautiful vintage trimming that we had used. And then, well, of course, we went around and distressed the edges. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So out of 1 sheet of paper, where's our paper? What did I do with it? This way. You'll see that this is exactly what we cut out. See it? There it is. So you get 5 of those. All right. So those are our phones. Then, and I'm kind of breaking these down so you guys can get ideas. Oh, okay, I have tiny words, or I can use lace, or I have some stickles or glitter. So I'm breaking down the elements so that hopefully you guys can get some ideas as to how to utilize them for yours, right? And get inspiration. The flowers here, we went ahead and again, use our spray inks. You can see here at the end tail, some of the colors that we used. We used the blues, the pinks, and the purples. So we kind of went with that. We utilize 2 different types of washi. One is a checkered blue, and the other one is one that has a nice word in gold that says dream. Hopefully that will, I know it's kind of shiny gold, so I'm not sure. We use a gel pen to go around the edges. We also distress the edges as well. We hand punched this flower utilizing the Tim Holtz tiny flower or tattered flower punch. And of course we distress that. We use a book page to make these. And we had a video where we had already shared how to make those. So I can link that below if anybody wants to go ahead and take a look, or you can just go to our channel and see our past videos, and we'll show you how to make those little flowers. Really easy and cute to make. We did go ahead and add a jewel, and then we also used a bingo chip. So there's that ticket. So I mean, amazing how much layering and elements can be packed into one of these little things, but that's what makes all the difference. So for this one, you got 8 different elements. For this one, we had 9 different elements. For this one has 6 different elements. So we've got number 1, our spray inks again. And this one had 3 different spray inks. It had an off-white, like a tan or a beige color, a pink, and a green. We went ahead and fussy cut those images, and actually those were some of the images that we used for our, I think it was the romantic love letters. So we had some of those left because we had overcut some, and so we went ahead and used them here. We did a washi flag. Then we use our micro pen to go around it and create a nice edge. Then we went ahead and distressed it, and we added a flat back bling pearl. So there's that one. Then we went ahead and made a T one. And this one also has 6 different elements packed into each of these little tickets. We utilized the spray inks, again, multiple colors. We had, I believe it was an orange and a blue. Then we went ahead and distressed. Then we fussy cut the image. We put a piece of washi with some script in the background. We added liquid pearls to the froth. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it looks like actual foam. It's frothy. It's so, so cute. And then we went ahead and did some watercolor shading around the images to help them stand out from one another. So that's that one. And then finally we did a butterfly one. And for the butterfly one, this one's got 8 elements. So again, 8 elements packed into each of these little tickets. So they definitely, are a work of art and of the heart, I should say, because, you just love on these little guys. Look how cute they are. This one's got some spray inks, the same thing, multiple colors as well. We've got some distressing around the edging. We've got the butterflies that we fussy cut. Then we've added some lace in the back. We did some washi right there, that pink and gold that really brings out also the shimmer from the butterflies. And we did some micro pen around the edges, as well as some gel pens. We added a button and we stickled the butterflies. And so there's that one. So look at all these really, really pretty tickets that we've got to add to our collection. And these are just some of the ones that we have from previous. Most of these we've created, some of them were traded. This was an actual trade that I received from one of the swaps. Unfortunately, it does not have a name, so I can't give that person credit. But you can see how lovely this is and how big it is. And you can see that they used a piece of cereal box and then reinforced it with cardstock, added some bling, a flower, and some lace on it. So really cute. Oh, and then they distressed it too around the edges. So these are just some of the samples. Look how yummy and pretty those are, right? Okay, so now that we've made all these beautiful things, sometimes I get asked questions of, okay, that's great. Now what do you do with it? Well, these are embellishments, okay? You can add them to a journal. So, if you want to just grab a journal and just find a ticket that matches maybe and add it as a decoration, you can. You can also go ahead and add it inside of a journal or any book as a paper clip. So you can do hidden paper clips on them as well. This one I went ahead and put a hidden paper clip on there. So, that can go on any page. You can also go ahead and add these 2 tags, right? If you have a tag, let's find a tag. I just grabbed a book off the end. Let's say this tag, it might not necessarily match because of the colors that we're using here, but you can go ahead and decorate any tag with these because the sizes are just perfect, right? They're just tiny and they fit just about anywhere. Because they're small, you can also go ahead and utilize them on cards, homemade cards. You can use them on ATCs. So let's grab this ATC card here, and then why not Diva, right? Pull in some of that pink maybe. Oh, here's some yellow and orange. Wow, that kind of worked out perfect. So you can decorate your ATCs. You can go ahead and if it fits on an ATC, if it's on a pocket letter, right? By the way, I'm sorry, ATCs are artist trading cards. And these are cards that are exchanged and gifted, with other folks. Some people also make the, what are they called? ACEOs, I think they're called. The ones that you actually sell, so you can actually sell those. And then of course, pocket letters are just a composite, a sheet, those plastic sleeves made up of 9 of these that make a grouping and kind of like a showpiece. And again, you can utilize them on those, right? If you have a picture frame, I don't have a frame anywhere near me, but if you had a picture frame, you can utilize it on that. If you had, even like the mini books, I mean, just anything, oh, look, I didn't even plan for that, but look at the colors on there. So again, they are used to embellish any kind of project, and also to, like I said, swap. Some groups actually swap them out depending on different sizes, different themes. They'll give you the specifics, but you can see now how you can go ahead and create these lovely little embellishments to share, to keep, to decorate and adorn all your projects. And then of course, I have a little box here where I kind of keep mine as I collect them, and you can always go back in there and pull out, whatever color themes you want, because again, if you're making a mermaid journal, if you're making maybe a floral journal, these could go. If you're making a steampunk, if you're doing anything, a baby shower, a wedding, anything that you want to go ahead and decorate, the sky is the limit, because you can paint them any color, you can use any scrapbook paper, you can use tissue to Mod Podge on there. You name it, you can do it. So we definitely hope that you guys will give this a try, and we hope that you have enjoyed the video and it's giving you some ideas and inspiration. Yeah, and if you guys have any questions, please do just leave us a comment. We love to hear back from you guys, and we hope to see you guys soon. Thank you so much for stopping in, and have a blessed day. Bye.